coming up next. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by the 6-year quarterback out of the University of North Carolina, Mitch Trubisky.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing here, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Trubisky will throw. He's going to get this complete here to Rocket. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 36 yards on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. First carry here for Ken Walker. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Trubisky. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Trubisky to throw. Gonna go down. He's sacked back to the 24. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown. 40. touchdown here in the new campaign. And the 49ers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 15 carries, 54 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold him a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Walker now at 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package has wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Straight ahead, Walker. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
From the 25 on second down, Trubisky, wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun. Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the 36, Lance. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They run over center with Mitchell. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. His throw incomplete. Ray McCloud, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The kick by Gold is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks have told us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's the fullback. His first rushing touchdown on the year as they have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Here's Trubisky. Left side complete to Lockett. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 8. Trubisky to throw again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as we'll send you eastward. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Lance looking to throw it. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. It's a jet sweep. Trubisky pops it forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And finding Keelan Cole. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
And I think they're defensively, they were so intent on stopping the run that they kind of got caught out of position. This is just a simple pitch and catch for a 1st down.
Trubisky's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This throw over the middle, taken in by Cole. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. It's a jet sweep. Trubisky pops it forward. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 31, Trubisky. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though.
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session and be saying, hey, run that one back, coach. Run that one back. One more time. Let's see that again. And they run it one time. Didn't get much out of that. That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Myers' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Lance. And his throw here is incomplete.
When you count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the second half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On the handoff, Mitchell. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Lance. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
And the grab by Croft. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Penny, the first down carry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers, go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she... Mother Nature's my first...
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up is Jordan Brooks. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Seahawks and the Niners. Coming up next.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led out by the 6-year quarterback out of the University of North Carolina, Mitch Trubisky.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off the new season. himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
2nd and 5 now. Trubisky. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Trubisky's throw into the hands of Lockett. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A look at the numbers for Lockett from a week ago. 5 catches, 73 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. They'll set up to throw. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's got room at the 30. Still going. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is
overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Lance now on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum. He's got him in, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched the ball last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now Lance. And he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. And Lance now to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it, because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the 1st quarter. But in the 2nd quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or 2. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Okay, ready?
A give here to Mitchell. To about the 40-yard line. The Niners had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. The CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lance. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Here's Lance. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on it right now.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Penny. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Oh, eluding the tackle. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now another timeout call for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready.
Lance now on 1st down. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lance going to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, and that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. But to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Working from the gun, Lance. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's a start.
Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he finds Penny. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 9, Lance looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Lance finding Kittle. First down, San Francisco. They'll look to throw here. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Mitchell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Completes it to Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. On 1st down, Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Oh, look at the juke. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. Tackled by Emmanuel Mosley. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Trubisky dumps it off to Penny as running back. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers Steelers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Off of play action, here's Lance. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Lance. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 50 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Right back to Mitchell here. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Desperation time here. Lance. And that's